Hey, welcome back on Good Morning Artesia, and time for our segment where we update you on things happening at the Haven of Hope. And Anita Braun is back with us. Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
You remembered it was St. Patrick's Day.
I did.
You got your green scarf on there. I have nothing green on.
There's a little bit around your logo.
Yeah,
You're lucky.
There's some green right there.
Dodge that bullet.
And that's kind of green. My wrist
Okay.
for the watch, does that kind of look green to you?
No.
No? Look, no, it is. It's green. And I'm going with that.
Okay.
And Rebecca Williams is here. Hi.
Hi.
Did you ever get doors?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Soon.
We now hear that they are in Albuquerque. They're being prepped. They should be here soon.
Soon. Wow. I know that's been kind of a running story at the Haven of Hope. That,
Patience is a virtue, right?
yeah. It's like we ordered a garage door what seems like months ago. And when I talked to the guys with the garage door company, I said, well, what do you think? He says, I'm not going to tell you a day because I don't know.
Yep.
He says, I could tell you a day, but I'll be wrong. And so we just sit and wait. Hopefully one of these, grab that microphone, pull that a little bit closer to you, Rebecca, if you don't mind. If you don't break it.
All right.
There we go. Well, good. Well, how are things going? Another month has passed.
Another month has passed. Life is starting to settle in and for our residents over there, and Rebecca has just been working like crazy with them, and it's just amazing to see how they've become their own little community, their own little tribe. They really like each other, which is super important when you're living in a community environment. Do you want to tell them a little bit of what things that you've seen?
Yeah.
Well, they're cooking together. They're planning meals. Like, they found babysitters so that they could go bowling one night. Like, so like they've just become, yeah,
They're friends.
They're friends.
And that's just the icing on the cake, because now we're starting our financial management classes. Roberto Roybal is teaching the Financial Peace University, and we've done 3 classes now, and Rebecca's helping them work on the budgets. She's helping them find money they didn't know they had just by sitting down and thinking about their income and their expenses and just taking a breath, you know. Rebecca's also been very instrumental in helping one of our residents get a car in a way that she didn't think she could do unless she wiped out her entire savings that she worked really hard to have. And no, she found a way to strategize along with Rebecca and Roberto.
To get the car. Hopefully it was a fuel-efficient car.
I think so.
In today's days of high gas prices right now.
I know.
And that's a challenge for anybody that's working on a budget, trying to budget this new cost of fuel and everything.
Right.
So, yeah, you might have to cut some things out.
Right.
I don't think I can cut out coffee. That's the one thing that, there's a lot of other things that we can probably skip for a little while, but I don't know. Me and my coffee, I gotta have that every day.
And so Rebecca has those kind of hard conversations with them when they're talking about budget. What is important to them? What can be set aside, or what can be planned for and saved for?
Yeah.
So she's instrumental in helping them make those kind of decisions.
I'm sure everybody has interesting conversations like that. Like, what do you prioritize? And so as you help these folks and start to plan these budgets, what are things that you, what are some of the advice that you give as far as priorities over things that, like my coffee comment, obviously coffee is an option, or there's other ways to do coffee that don't cost, $3 a cup. So
just 3?
That's the average. If you just get the coffee and don't add anything to it, I always ask for cream, and then one day they actually charged me for the cream, and I went, "What?"
Oh my goodness!
So they must have misunderstood what I said.
They didn't know who they were talking to, did they?
Well, they did the last time I walked in.
Charge you double. Okay.
Don't you know who I am? Absolutely. That's why you get to pay that. So, but what are some of some advice or some of the things that you encourage pretty much anybody really to think about when it comes to prioritizing things?
I think eating out's the big one. How much they're budgeting for eating out is pretty big.
Yeah.
That's where we're focusing this month.
Discovering the grocery store.
Yes.
and different aisles in the grocery store,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Usually we hit the paper products and some other section and boom, we're out of there. But there's other aisles with other things, right? Yeah.
Especially that outside aisle where all the fresh and healthy food is.
Yes.
That's a very important part of the store to go to.
Well, the grocery stores, they know what, they know where their profit centers are. And so they know how to stack things and put things on end aisles and all that kind of stuff to get your attention. And that's part of what you have to figure out is that you go past the end cap there. You go down into the aisle and start looking for things. And name brands are important, but there's generics that tend to be just as good, things like that.
Right.
So,
well, speaking of food, I'm going to spin that around.
Sure.
To tell you something else that Rebecca and Kristen, our administrative assistant, is doing. On Monday nights when we have our community learning times, that's when we're doing Financial Peace University, they are searching for community volunteers to provide and donate a meal to our families so that after work time isn't so hectic before they get to their class.
Okay.
And so, Rebecca has been getting child care providers for us. Crystal Kitchens has stepped up for us a couple of times, and I think we're still looking for volunteers to step up. Or how's your calendar looking?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but
So please reach out to us if you're interested in helping us out on Monday nights.
and then I have Jay Donaghy this Monday, so I have a few.
So shout out to Jade.
there you
Thank
go.
you.
So there is a list, and you
There's
can
a
get on
list.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. We do background checks, but we do
Well, that rules
encourage
me
people.
out.
I know, Gene. Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just kidding.
You can just write us a donation check. We're in 501c3. We're always happy to take that.
Then
It's
you
a
don't
good
have to do the
time.
background check.
That's right. Ooh, now I'm going to start looking at donors in a different way. Oh dear, people, I didn't mean that.
No.
No.
It's my fault. I'm the one that's being a little silly there. But in all seriousness, if you do volunteer or do any volunteer work for the Haven of Hope, there is a background check that you have to complete.
Yes, if they're going to be in the cottage, especially with our children, we want to make sure that we are doing as much due diligence as possible to protect our kids.
Very good. Are there other areas that folks can volunteer to help out with? You mentioned the meals on Mondays. Are there some other things?
Yeah, we have well, we're still growing, we're still learning, but we do have a place on our website that says current needs, and I right now have a need for some people who have carpentry skills. I need some people to build us shelving for our toy closet.
Okay.
There's a need for that, a great need for
Yes.
sturdy shelving.
Yes.
Also needs shelving in what's going to become a resource library in our administration office that our mothers can go in there and find all sorts of materials that they can grow from. So yeah, carpentry skills. I need people with energy who know how to build things because we're going to be getting a big old swing set that needs to be installed.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, we're excited about that. Now that the weather's warming up, our grass is starting to green up. If someone likes to mow grass, I have a lot of grass that's going to need to be mowed. So, yeah, there's many opportunities.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something, Rebecca?
No, I'm just excited about the play set. That's gonna be exciting.
So what is all involved with that? Is this a big play set like you see at some of the fast food places?
We're still
or-
shopping.
Oh,
We're
okay.
we're still deciding what it is that will serve us best. Thinking about the ages of the kids, gosh, there's so many options out there, and we don't want to get something that will cut out a 2-year-old. So we need to be safe and thoughtful about that age, up to 9, 10, 11, 12. Kids still like to play even at that age.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Play
yeah.
outdoors,
And we
Yes.
want them outside. Kids need to be outside.
Yeah.
And we have a great big backyard. So
That's excellent. And there's grass there?
it's a lot of grass. We have
How-
about 8,000 square feet of turf.
How does that work in the desert?
Well, there's a thing called water.
Okay.
we do have a sprinkler system, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we don't have naturally occurring water in this part of the country, it seems like. It's been so dry.
That snow we had last week was a happy, happy day for me because that's moisture. So yeah,
That's
very
right,
excited.
yeah. Even though it messed up a baseball game down in Carlsbad, they had an hour and a half snow delay, which you don't normally associate snow delay and baseball, but when the flakes were being confused for the ball.
And they were coming in horizontally.
That's right. That's exactly right. So they said, all right, we're going to stop for just a little bit. I saw a video clip. They got anybody that has the artificial turf, that they usually get some kind of device they pull behind a little gator or whatever that sweeps the carpet and everything. Well, they were out there with that sweeping up the snow.
Wow.
And that's how they got the field cleaned off enough to where the sun could then dry it out. They could continue playing the baseball game. But yours is it's grass with the sprinkler system, so
Yes.
it's natural grass, the real thing.
We have quite a bit of xeriscaping also, but have a tremendous amount of grass.
How do the residents get to have pets, or no? So there's no pets there. So
No, we did make a policy that there's no pets of any species allowed. Just, it's a brand new building. We don't know when a resident moves in with us, are they going to have phobias?
right.
We don't know people's past or what's going on between their ears sometimes. So we just decided to have a blanket policy of no pets.
Okay. No, I totally understand on that.
I
Sometimes pets, though, are pretty good judges of character.
Oh, they are very good judges of character. I'm a strong believer in, especially what canines can bring to us, but we have to look after our property and, keeping things clean. And with this part of Rebecca's responsibility, I don't think she wants to have to chase a dog. and it's been hard for her and her family because they are dog lovers and can't have one because they live at Haven of Hope also.
Yeah.
So it's a great sacrifice on their part that I appreciate. And I'm sorry. But it is a trade-off that I'm glad that she's willing to take.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
It's not me, it's my son, so.
Yes.
So, are there still? Is there still room for some additional families at Haven of Hope? Okay.
There are. We are still taking applications. So we do encourage people to either come by and see us at the administration office. When you drive into our campus, it's the building on the right, the one that's closest to FLETC. But they can also go on our website. It's havenofhopenm.com and get an application there.
Okay.
And they can learn a lot about us on the website. If there are questions, just give us a call. Our number's all over the website.
Okay. Along with your current needs.
Yes.
You've got a list of things that are on there. Rebecca, is this, you kind of thought what the job was going to be when you took the job. Now that there's actual residents there and you're actually getting to interact and work, what do you think?
It's fun. I'm enjoying it, so getting to know them, and it's just, it's exciting.
I think every day is different.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's nothing like I planned, but it is.
It's kind of like life.
Yeah.
That's great. Are there some common questions? I mean, are there some common needs or learning experiences that you're finding out as you're working with these new families that, because we all think that the problems that we have are just our problems, but when you step back for just a minute, everybody's dealing with all kinds of different issues and problems.
No, I mean, I think the common problem is going from wherever they were living before into a one bedroom, or in some cases 2 bedrooms, but 1 bedroom, so they're having to figure out how to get their stuff. I didn't even think that was not in my things that I would have to prepare for, is how to help them strategize fitting everything they need into a room and where to put it if they don't need it. So.
And so living with that minimalist mindset is not what everyone is prepared for, in other words. So we're learning to organize better and prioritize better, figure out what can go into storage, what can be gotten rid of.
Yeah. That's tough.
It's big.
It is. Someday you just have to say, get rid of it.
And
that's
hard.
not easy to do.
That's not easy to do.
No.
It's a very
Sentimental
emotional
value,
thing.
there's emotional connections to a lot of things, and so you just don't want to get rid of them. But when you're learning to restart, basically, some things need to be given away to a good home, just not yours.
We're stored, and,
Yeah, well, that can get out of hand, too.
I know.
That's why there's all these storage buildings, facilities being built everywhere, because people need a place for their stuff.
You're talking to someone who has an airplane hangar for storage, so I completely know that pain.
Is there another one available?
I can sublet some of my space now. So.
May have to do that.
Drive to Hobbs.
That's great. So you go to the website. It's havenofhopenm.com, and that's where the current needs list is if people want to volunteer or donate or contribute. And you said again, carpenters?
Yes.
Or carpentry skills, someone with
Yes.
carpentry skills to help build some shelves.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people recycle little doors.
Gene, that's a 4-letter word. Doors.
But you have to get them first to recycle them.
Yeah.
I knew a lawyer that had a really neat old wooden door that was their desk. Had the glass on top of that. And we thought about doing the same thing, and then we saw how much the glass can cost.
Yes, we just recently went through that to cover all of our dining room tables, which we have 2 huge ones, and all of our furniture. But, it's a great investment, that glass.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. It can be very pricey, but it can be very helpful for helping it last a lot longer
Yes.
if you don't put it on there. But so carpentry skills, because you need to build some shelves for the toy closets.
Yes.
And we're not talking just your standard closet. It's a very large, 16-foot long.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
large closet.
Okay.
So this is a project,
Yes.
capital P.
All right. Help out with that. And then the food on Mondays, that sounds kind of fun.
Right. And I didn't thank the people that have already provided meals for us. There's
Okay.
Faith Baptist Discipleship Group, Wings Restaurant, and Pizza Hut have all stepped up and helped us out.
Okay.
So great thanks to them. What a relief, because if they weren't helping us out, Rebecca would be providing dinner. So she's emitting thanks right now.
Yes.
But you want to learn, right?
Oh, she knows how to cook.
Oh, you know how to
No,
cook.
It's just
yeah.
time.
Time, there you go.
Time management.
So that's why this
Yes.
really helps out on Mondays. So
Yes.
if you want to get on the list, if you want to get on Rebecca's list,
Yes.
The good list.
the good list, call Haven of Hope. What's the phone number if folks
So
want
it's
to?
575-231-7334.
7334. And the 575. Got to remember
Yes,
that
we
now.
sure do.
And call and say, how can I help?
Yep.
Please do. Please do.
Do that. All right. What else? Is there anything else we need to share?
I don't think so. We sure appreciate your time and allowing
Yeah.
us to come and visit with you and your listeners.
Well, we're happy to do that, and maybe somebody could volunteer to go to Albuquerque and get your doors.
I've been volunteering for a while.
Where are they? I'm on my way. Oh gosh, I know that's going to be real exciting when they finally do arrive.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And try to get all that. Is that pretty much the last of the construction?
Well, it's the
aspect
beginning
it?
of the end on the last of the punch list items, because once the doors are installed and the painters come in to finish up,
Okay.
then our access control subcontractors come in to finalize all of our security systems.
Okay.
So there's still a lot.
There's
but
still a lot, yeah.
It all hinges on the doors.
All
Make
right.
that pun, but
Yep.
That's awesome. Don't forget that. You can
I will use that one again.
use
Gene.
that when you go out and give your presentations.
Yes.
Now, are you still doing that? Are you still going around, like if
Yes.
different service clubs or groups want to have a presentation?
Yes, and I'd love to be invited to come and speak to different organizations. In fact, I'm going down to Carlsbad next month for the first time, so that's an exciting thing for us because we do serve like the Tri-County area here in New Mexico. So, yeah, we need to get the word out in other communities besides Artesia.
Okay.
We love Artesia, but we're willing to serve others.
Headed down to Carlsbad. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Careful of those cave people. Down there. Of course, you're from here, so you are already familiar with cave people. So that's not.
Well,
You're
I'm an
somewhat-
eagle. I flew over them. So
That's right.
good old Hobbs eagle.
That's right. All right. Well, Anita, Braun, thank you so much for coming in. Rebecca, was there anything else you'd like to add or talk about or
No,
share today?
I was just along for the ride today.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. And again, if you have any questions, you can go to the website or you can call 575-231-7334. Haven of Hope here in Artesia. Thanks.
Yep.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Same to you. All right. Let's see.